Shabbat Shalom, Shabbatah, Happy Sabbath, Sabbath family. Welcome back to Flipping Pages, Stirring Sauces. And if it is your first time here, welcome. My gratitude to all of you for taking time out of your schedule to spend some time with me. And my gratitude to all of you who've liked, shared, subscribed, and commented. I'm going to jump right into it tonight. Exodus 24, verse 32 and 33. Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor with their gods. They shall not dwell in thy land, lest they make thee sin against me. For if thou serve their gods, it will surely be a snare unto thee. Thee meaning a snare unto you. Paul Kagame. The love of money is the root of all evil. Yes, you have done a lot for Rwanda, but you're selfish and power hungry. Did you consult with your population before you decided to accept Babylon's problems? Did you consult with your neighboring countries before you decided to make Babylon's problems their problems? When they start to become a problem to your neighbors, and the attaclaps lick you on your backside, know that you were warned. I'm going to read Deuteronomy 30, 1-5 from the King James Version. And yes, it's just a version because you see King James, who by the way looked like me, took our spiritual writings and made his own version out of our spiritual writings. So not everything in here is the truth. The Creator said, do not add or subtract. And what did King James do? King James added to suit his own purposes and subtracted to keep others in mental bondage. He subtracted so that people like me wouldn't know who we are, wouldn't know our true history. But the Creator is an amazing being because the Creator gives us downloads and we put them out there. And when we put the downloads that the Creator gives to us out there, people look around and say, how did they know that? They can't possibly know that. Well, yes, we can. Our Creator is amazing. And so they're forced to tell the truth. So Deuteronomy 31-5. And it shall come to pass, when all these things are come upon thee, the blessings and the curse, which I've set before thee, and thou shalt call them to mind among all the nations, whether the Lord thy God has driven thee, whither the Lord thy God has driven thee, and shall return unto the Lord thy God, and shall obey his voice according to all that I command thee this day, thou and thy children, with all thine heart and with all thy soul, that then the Lord thy God will return thy captivity and have compassion upon thee, and will return and gather thee from all the nations whither the Lord thy God has scattered thee. If any of thine be driven out unto the outermost parts of heaven, from thence will the Lord thy God gather thee, and from thence will he fetch thee. And the Lord thy God will bring thee into the land which thy fathers possessed, and thou shalt possess it, and he will do thee good, and multiply thee above thy fathers. And by our fathers the Creator is talking about Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and everybody in between. The Creator didn't say a tail leader with orange hair will gather anyone and send them anywhere. Anywhere that they came from, they will have to go back there. Kagami, you're playing with fire, and the Creator is going to burn you. Is there an African who knows what Africa truly looks like from the air? Why does the people from the continent of Africa have to travel through Europe to get to the Caribbean and vice versa? If we are to believe the world map that the oppressors have taken credit for depicting, one can see that there are no land masses between the continent of Africa and the Caribbean. It is all international waters, better known as the North Atlantic. Why can't the pilots take the same route that the slave ships took? Some countries can just go due west and they're in the Caribbean. Others can go a little north and then west and they are in the Caribbean. Why does the continent of Africa needs anyone permission to cross international waters? I don't think that they do. I have said and I maintain that the continent of Africa is a lot closer to the Caribbean than we've been led to believe. Before it became the slave trade route, it was a trading route between our ancestors in the Caribbean, Central and South America, and our relatives in the continent of Akibulan, also known as Negro Land. Now, where did the name Africa come from? Who gave it to us? Why was it given to us? What does it mean? There are a lot of Africans running around out there and descendants of Africans who they do not know where this name Africa came from, who gave it to us and why it was given to us. Just like we were given the title Black. Who gave that to us? Where did it come from? What does it mean? I was having a conversation today with somebody and referred to myself as a Negro. And he said something to the effect of, "Do not say that. That's a derogatory term." No, it is not. When you are called a Negro or a Naga, be proud of it. There is power behind that. And there is a reason they took our identity of being Negroes away and called us that unkind word that means uneducated. See, they took something good and turned it into something evil and nasty. I am proud to be called a Negro because black is something that they gave to every melanated person. It doesn't matter to them that even though we're heavily melanated, we are different races. We have different cultures. We have different origin. But they lumped us all together as black. And there's nothing wrong with the color black. I love the color black. I wear the color black all the time. But we were given that title by the oppressors. And when they gave you that title, they're saying to you that you're nobody special. Black is not a race. It's a color. It's not even considered a color. It is a value. It's not a color, it's not a race, it's not an identity. So when somebody referred to you as a Negro, be proud of that, because that is your identity. That is who you are. That is what you are. And those of us who know. Just like they gave the continent Akibulan. Akibulan it means something fantastic. This is homework. Go look up the origins of the name Africa and look up the origins of the name Akibulan or even Negroland, and you will see that there is no such thing as the Middle East. And the map of the world, the way they've depicted it, is so incorrect. It's very incorrect. You go out there and you research and you try to find some of those very old maps that were around before 1837. They will tell you the truth. They will show the truth. Better yet, take a good look at the United Nations logo. Take a very good look at the United Nations logo and see what you find there. Well, I'm going to leave it there for tonight. As I said, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbatah, happy Sabbath, Sabbath family. Please do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment. I give you my peace. I give you my ahab. Until next time, Shalom.